Hello, Scorpio. Here is your reading for February 12th through about the 18th. These are general. Take what works, and what doesn't work just doesn't work. But if you stumble upon this reading at a later date, there may be something in it for you. So let's see what the cards have to say. Okay. Okay, you know what? I think it was these two. Great. And what is challenging my Scorpios? Wait. Let me get this better. What is challenging my Scorpios? And what is your recommendations? In your recent past position, you have the Fool. In your current energies, you have the Tower. In your near future position, you have the Queen of Swords. Your challenge for the week is the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. And what is recommended for you is the Wheel of Fortune. The Fool in your recent past says that you have started something new. You've begun a new journey. This could be whatever this represents for you. You were kind of like you've decided to go into a new direction or try something different out. The Fool is very optimistic. He's at the beginning of a journey, and he kind of sees like all the positives, you know. He hasn't really like hit up against any obstacles yet, so he's very positive about it, but he knows that this is something that he wants to try. So this is very, very positive. But currently the Tower indicates you're having a moment. There may be something going on that's external to you, out of your control, and you're having some problems currently. The Tower is a situation that was built on a rocky foundation, and now it's coming crumbling down. And it always represents being able to build, again, more stable, more structured, and something for the long haul. But sometimes these Tower moments, they could be internal or they can be external. But I feel with this, it's something that maybe is a little bit external that you didn't really, I don't want to say realize, but you weren't maybe necessarily fully prepared for. But the Queen of Swords is what's coming in for you, and she's very decisive. She's very logical. She's my no BS queen. She puts her emotions to the side when making decisions. She sees things very logically, and she comes from a place of knowledge, reason, and what is the best situation, like how to navigate a situation very effectively. But she's not, you're not messing around with this lady. She's, if she needs to cut somebody out, she cuts them out. If she needs to tell somebody the way it is, she's going to tell them the way it is. So it's very like not being shaken easily, because if she has a problem, she's going to find out even the legalities of the issue. Like she's going to solve the problem using all her resources, whatever that might be. But your challenge for the week with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse can indicate that you might not be feeling that you're capable. Like whatever this is, you might not feel that your skills are up to par. You might be doubting yourself in some kind of way, or you might be having like too high of an expectation. It could be thinking that you should be making X amount of money, where in reality currently you're only going to make this amount of money. Like maybe it's a lower amount, or it could represent that you're in a way undercharging, or you're not I can't speak. What the hell? You're not valuing your work. Like you could be underbidding yourself in a way, or you're undervaluing something. But what is recommended for you with the Wheel of Fortune, to me, this is saying that you just, whatever you're doing, I think this is definitely saying that it's definitely going to be beneficial for you. It could be something that you might be destined to, or it's going to pair nicely with you. But the Wheel of Fortune could indicate that you're going to get a lucky break. But it also always is here to remind us that luck is always going in luck and non-luck is always a cyclical cycle. So sometimes things are going well, sometimes things are not going well, but I feel like with this wheel here with the tower, I feel like this wheel is representing or trying to tell you that whatever may be happening might be a little bit larger than yourself. Like whatever this tower moment might be on a little bit of a larger scale that you may not be necessarily able to control, but it's just saying to me, it's like ride it out in a sense, like just ride it out. Because sometimes that happens, like we get lucky with something and then sometimes we don't get lucky. It's just the way life is. But I think that you need to ride this out because I think your luck will change in it. And I think whatever this tower is going for, especially because you have the Queen of Swords here in the future, I think you're going to start figuring out some things and you're going to come from a place of like, not, you're going to put your emotions to a side a little bit and you're going to get it done. Now, this Queen of Swords could represent somebody that you might know who's very rational, that could, or somebody that's knowledgeable to a certain degree in something, or somebody, if you ask them a question, they're going to give you, they're going to tell you like it is. So, but I feel like this is, could also be your energy that you're stepping into this, like, okay, like I can't let my emotions here get away with me. Because to me, the Fool is very excited about this new journey. You know, he's young or whatever. He's young on the journey. He hasn't hit any obstacles yet. So he's all excited about it. Now the Tower comes in and it's like, oh my God, what the hell's going on? Everything's a disaster. It's crashing down. Problems everywhere. It's just, it's a mess. But with the Queen of Swords here, she's like, okay, I know this is a mess, but what are my resources? Is there a way to figure this or get through this? Like, she's not dealing with this through an emotional thing. And even the Wheel of Fortune, to me, sometimes when we have luck, when we don't have luck, it's kind of our emotions as well. It's like an emotional roller coaster in a way. But, and the Nine of Pentacles, in a way, this also could be what your challenge is. Like, maybe you're feeling that you're not going to be able to get the sustainability with whatever this situation represents for you, or gain success in it, or be able to accomplish it or proceed forward or long term with it. And I think that's your challenge, is to not get in your head like that, not feel like you can't do it. Maybe you're not going to make the money or whatever this is, you're not going to have the results quite the way you expected currently because of these larger aspects going on. But I think with the Wheel of Fortune, this is saying that, you know, just hang in there. You know, your luck will change. And it's just kind of a part of the cycle. So, and the Queen of Swords, she's going to see that. I think you're going to step into that kind of role where you're kind of seeing like, okay, this could be, some industries are very seasoned. I don't want to say seasoned, but like I work in an industry where it's very, depending on the time of year, I could tell you how much I'm going to make. You know, I work on commission and everything. So it's like, I know certain industries are very prone to having these seasonal transitions or these seasonal dips and dives and everything. Sometimes things are much better than other. And I could tell you, but if somebody's new to the industry, they don't know. They don't know that, okay, this is normal. So during certain times of year, you're going to make less money. During other times of year, you're going to make more money. If certain things happen, larger scale stuff, it affects you. So it might just be something that, because you're kind of new at this, you might not know that this is actually normal and you're experiencing a tower moment. But once you start realizing like, okay, like, you know, this is how it is, it's no longer such a tower moment. And that could be the Queen of Swords is like, okay, well, this is normal. This is how this is potentially every year. I'm going to have experienced this. And that's just the way it's going to be. So I think, and because the Wheel of Fortune is kind of like a cycle as well, in a way, I wonder if this, whatever this tower moment, it could just be part of a larger cycle that you might not be realizing. But you're going to learn. The Queen of Swords, she's very knowledgeable. She learns things. She kind of figures things out. So I feel like this is you figuring it out, that maybe this tower moment is going to happen every year, but it's not going to be a tower moment anymore because you already know it's coming type of thing. So it's only a tower moment because you were caught off guard. Because whatever I feel like with journey you're on or whatever you're doing, you might not fully know everything about it quite yet, whatever industry or situation this indicates for you, if this makes any sense. So, but I definitely think that you need to not undervalue yourself. Just know that you're doing good, or whatever this is, you have good aspects about it, but this could just be some type of larger cycle that you're not realizing. Okay, so let me continue here. Let me get one card for my Scorpios. And you have Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. Oh, this one was going to jump out, but I blocked them. Golden Healer Quartz, open the door. Twin Flames, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. And you have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Okay, so let me see here. Now, the Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. I really think that's going with this, your challenge with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is kind of like feeling that you're not capable, or you don't have the skill set that's needed, or you're undervaluing yourself in some kind of way. So the squirrel is here telling you that you need to believe in yourself. You need to kind of keep that faith that you're moving in the right direction, and although you're hitting a bump in the road, that you're headed still in the right direction, and you can kind of overcome this obstacle. And Golden Healer Quartz, open the door. And I think this is kind of, in a way, I feel like, I wonder if some of you with this Tower moment, maybe this is kind of happening. You might be holding on to something, and it could just even be an idea. It could be a concept or the way that you think something should be happening, and it's not happening. So open the door, I would say, could even just indicate that you need to see something in a different way. And I wonder if it's going with this Queen of Swords, that because she's going to look into all her options, she's going to look at everything. She's going to find out all the information, and then she's going to make a reasonable, rational decision upon everything she's learned. So I wonder if some of you need to open the door to a more knowledge or more understanding of this, because I feel like then it's easier for you to kind of, I don't want to say manipulate the Wheel of Fortune, but once you know something or you're more aware, you can make decisions that maybe turn the luck in your favor in a sense. So I think there might be something that you're not quite seeing, and you're experiencing this like kind of catastrophic feeling currently, but there is something that I think there's information or resources potentially available to you, and you can shift this. You have the ability to shift the wheel to go into your favor again. Now, Twin Flames, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complement each other. Now, I really feel like with this duality, I feel like the duality really is also going with this this Wheel of Fortune in a way, because it represents kind of lucky times and unlucky times. So there's like always like a balance there. You know, it's always like a duality. It's kind of, it keeps it balanced. Things can't be perfect all the time. Sometimes we do have, you know, imperfect days, unfortunately, but that's how it is. That's what life is. So I feel like that you are complementing this situation, and this situation can complement you, because you have the Nine of Pentacles here in reverse. I think that's saying don't undervalue yourself. I think this is definitely good for you, but I think with the duality, there's always things that you can learn still. There's always more information available about situations that might be useful, but I think there's also these larger scale aspects that happen that you're not really in control of. So the duality could be like you're, I don't want to say battling the things that you're in control of, and then there's the duality of the things that you're not in control of. There's always like a balance on everything. So I feel like, I just think that maybe by you recognizing that something might be a little bit out of your control, and you can only control what you're capable of at the moment, and maybe recognize that this could be part of a larger cycle that happens, it might make it a little easier to navigate next time, or to plan for it next time. Now, separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. Now, I just wonder with this could indicate a person But I think like it kind of is going with this like the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower moment and the kind of duality, because sometimes with this open the door, you might actually have to separate from your original idea or concept, and you might have to kind of go in a little bit of a different direction to get the same result. But you might have to kind of like, you might have thought, okay, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, and that's how I'm going to go. That's the way I'm going to go. And now this is saying, well, you know what? Okay, you're having a tower moment. Things are a little bit, there's a movement. Things are not quite 100%. So you might have to separate from any preconceived ideology about how this is going to transpire, and you might need to be a little bit more flexible. And that would be with the duality, kind of being a little bit more balanced, a little more flexible, and opening the doors. You need to open the door to like new ideas in a sense, and not limiting yourself to like one set way. Because the Queen of Swords, I always see her as a little bit, I don't want to say she's set in her ways, but she's going to review all the options. And then based on what she deems as the best way forward, that's what she's going to go with. So she's not really like tied into any one concept, because she's only tied to the one that makes the most sense and is the most efficient at the time. So you might have to kind of figure out the way, because the Fool has an idea of how he's going to get to where he needs to go, but obviously there's always like bumps in the road, and he doesn't see everything. He just thinks, okay, we're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. So you might have to kind of just open your mind a little bit to other things that potentially could be beneficial. Okay, let's see what card we get, what quote we get for you. And you got these two. You can never cross the ocean unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. And I really feel like that's you going on this fool's journey. And this could be the Tower moment a little bit. You might be feeling at the moment that things are out of your control, and you just have to almost like leave it up to fate to see how it goes. And because the Wheel of Fortune, you're almost like giving up control as well. Because the wheel's spinning, you don't know how it's going to land, but you're just kind of like having to go with it once it lands some kind of way, right? So this could indicate that you just need to even with the separation, just forget the way that you thought you were going to do this or the way that this was going to turn out, and just kind of go with the flow a little bit, and just have faith that you're going to believe in yourself, and don't undermine yourself and your capabilities of getting to where you need to go, even if you have to take like a different path. But kind of you're going to be reviewing those options coming up. So, and then sometimes when things are falling apart, they may actually be falling into place. And that's so going with this Tower and with the Wheel of Fortune, because I do think you're going to have some kind of lucky break, because the Wheel of Fortune to me also is about luck, but it's always about, I often get this when things have gone to hell, when things are just a disaster. And every time I get the Wheel of Fortune, I do my cards for the next day. Every night, like I do my cards, and I'm like, how will my next day be? And every time I get this Wheel of Fortune, I'm like, oh my God. Because I know something's going to go wrong. But something's going to go wrong, but then I'm going to get a lucky break. It always comes up. There could be some disaster that's happened. I'm in the middle of a situation. I'm like, oh my God, this is just a mess. And then all of a sudden something happens, and I'm like, oh my God, it turned out great. So I think that this could be for you, that something might be feeling like it's going wrong right now, but somehow you're going to get a lucky break where it just like, it kind of goes okay. And you're like, man, I just managed to skate through that. So that's what I'm getting. Anyway, okay, let's see what Bob Ross has to say for you here today. Okay. And this came up. You really can learn to be creative as you paint. It's like anything else. It just takes a little practice. So I really feel like this is representing this journey, or whatever you're doing or trying to do or trying to get done. You just have to kind of practice makes perfect. Maybe the Tower moment you're experiencing because it could have been external forces that you didn't know about, or maybe you kind of screwed something up in the process, or there's a mess somewhere, but you just have to keep at it. Like the Wheel of Fortune is always spinning. It's always going around. So it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's always practicing something, but you just need to go with the flow. And just once you learn something, be willing to learn the next thing. Okay, and let's get a little affirmation card for you. Today I make a difference. Today I will stay focused, work hard, and do my very best at everything I do. And I feel like this is really going with this little Nine of Pentacles reversed, because in the upright, she's very successful. She's very proud of her work. She's achieved a lot, and she's in control. Like, she has that confidence. Like, she's in control. Like, she knows what she's doing in her field or whatever she's doing. She has it. So I feel like because it's reversed, I feel like you're doubting yourself a little bit. And I think you just need to stick on. You need to keep on keeping on. The Queen of Swords is going to keep doing what she needs to do, because she knows in the long run, like, she's not worried about the Wheel of Fortune or having little bumps in the road. Little bumps in the road are annoying to her, but she's going to navigate around them because she's not afraid of them. She's not going to go hide from them. She's going to go confront them. She's going to find out, well, how can I change the situation? So she's very like, active with that. She's going to start strategizing what is the best way to overcome this. So I just think you need to maybe strategize in the future. So if this Tower moment happens again, because I feel like it could be something a little bit more larger scale, that next time it happens, it's not so shocking. You're a little bit more aware or ready for it, because when you're prepared, it's not really a Tower moment anymore. It's just another little situation that's going on. Okay. So now let's get the spirit of the dish. What spirit of this dish shall be with you in this week? And I'll take this one. You have the spirit of the White Knight, which is the spirit of the milk. And for your dinner and a movie, you have Mexican food and thriller films. The energies that you either need to tap into or be aware of, or this could be signs you're dealing with, is Libras, and they're about love, money, powers of attraction, and they're about kind of keeping things balanced as well, kind of keeping it flowing well. You also have Taurus. Tauruses are very, I want to say solid. They're very kind of fixed. It's more long-term, fixed energy. Like, they're not going to get pushed around. They're kind of like, when they set their mind on something, that's kind of how it is. They can be a little stubborn. So I feel like you need to be a little stubborn potentially in this situation. You need to be stubborn but flexible is what I'm getting. You need to be stubborn that you're not going to give up on your journey, whatever fool's journey you're working on, that you're not going to give up. You're not going to let it go. And you need to be stubborn that you know your self-worth and you know you're capable of doing it. But you also need to be flexible when things come down or when things are happening, that you're capable or willing to navigate. You know, like with her, she's willing to see the best options forward. She's willing to strategize. So you need to be flexible and shifting your sails a little bit, but stubborn enough that you're not letting this go. You're not going to just walk away from this situation because you hit, a pretty substantial bump in the road. Okay. Now we have Neptune, and this is about vision, creativity, and illusions. And you have Saturn here, which is about restrictions, responsibilities, and life lessons. You have the 9th house, which represents higher education, growth, expansion, religion, and philosophy. And you have the 11th house, which is about originality, humanitarianism, connections, and creative ideas. You have N, E, W, G, F, G, R, 8, and 5. And you have wealth. And for some of you, this could represent a business that you're trying to make more money, or this even could just be knowledge. Sometimes when we go through these rough periods, we gain a wealth of knowledge, the knowledge that you would not have learned unless you went through the time. You learn more from having problems and things not go right than you'll ever learn from things going perfectly right. So whatever the situation is, don't forget to take the learning lessons, however painful and annoying they might be, but this could be some valuable information that you will be able to take forward in the future and move on from, and kind of like navigate better or be more aware of next time. Okay, let's see what little charmy we get for you. And you have the playful cat. Now, he just represents kind of being a little bit fun. And I think because this is kind of serious energy, yeah, let's call it for what it is. You guys have a little bit of serious energy here, and it's a little stressful energy. So I think this little cat is here to tell you that you need to remember to have a little fun, you know, take a nap, have some cuddles, you know, watch a movie with your favorite blanket or whatever, and just schedule some you time in. And if things seem too much, just maybe like disconnect a little bit just to kind of get your mind a little bit right again. Okay, we have our special guest here today again. Okay, Scorpios, think of your question and let us ask. Oh, Mr. Predicto, the most accurate prediction device that's ever run off of batteries. What is the answer to Scorpio's question?
Definitely yes.
He said definitely yes. Mr. Predicto is a man of many words, and these are the words he chose to speak here today. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.